What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Just Bowl TV. That Mr. Haywood checking in, and today we have one of the new releases from Roto Grip, which will be the Rockstar amp. I did a little bit of research before I got this ball to figure out exactly what the purpose of it was, why they made it, what they were thinking. It kind of reminded me a little bit of my GB5, a little bit of like a Ricochet, and a couple other bowling balls, but I wasn't exactly sure how strong or how clean the cover was. So that's kind of what I'm going to be mostly looking for today when I review this. My layout for this ball was 40 by 4.5 by 35, just because I was getting kind of mixed reviews from the videos I saw. Some videos I saw the ball look a lot cleaner, and then in some videos it looked as if like it was a little bit on the stronger side. So me just doing 4.5 was kind of like a safe space. That way, if it is super clean, I can kind of tame it, get it to seat a little earlier. And if it was kind of strong, it still gives me a little bit of energy retention. So I guess we'll figure it out. Normal house shot, threw a couple just to warm up, but it's definitely still fresh. A lot of oil out there. 12 bagger Cool Wick jerseys, merchandise, quarter zips, t-shirts. Put the link down below. Here goes my discount code. Hay10 to get a discount off. Strike 10 Pro Shop, thank y'all for the help. Let's get into it. I only threw it a couple times. I really wanted to leave it all for the review so that way I can know exactly what it was and be surprised with y'all. So let's see. Like I said, I only threw a couple practice shots with other bowling balls. So let's try to start a little straighter, and then we'll migrate over and then get to a full game. So standing a little straight as y'all see. Okay, so that was one of the things too. Like when I was doing my research and I was looking at different videos like CTD, Charles, the Bowling Fix, shout out to all of them, Darren Tang, Mikey Tang. I was trying to figure out if the ball was more on the continuous side, if it was hook stop, because there's been a couple pieces that I've drilled recently that I thought they were continuous or angular, and they more were like forward and hook stop, and I don't like that at all. So a couple things to keep an eye on today. I want to see exactly how strong the cover is, strong or clean. And then I'm trying to figure out exactly if it's continuous or not, or where it falls. I'm not exactly sure if I wanted to be a specific one, but I just need to know since it's in the bag. I want to know if it's good with the friction and the oil, if it needs more oil or whatever it is. So we were a little straighter. I'm gonna migrate it a little further left. Still rolling it up the back. Ooh, got it out. So hit my leg, got it out a little bit on accident, and it actually climbed the hill. I didn't think it was, so I'm kind of thinking that it's gonna be continuous, which is not a problem. That works out perfectly for me. But let's see how it looks when it start going into more oil and start trying to hook it out, because that's gonna really be the telltale. All right, so we got it a little straighter, and then we were a little straighter and sent it out to the gutter. It climbed up. So let's see. We're starting to move more into the track area now. So let's see exactly how it does. Handling some oil. Pulled it a little bit. Okay, cool. Not too much of a problem. I pulled that one. Got a little like twirly at the bottom by accident. Really just yanked that. That was a horrible shot altogether. Still finished off the end of the pattern. Didn't lag. Didn't go forward. It actually continued. So continuous for sure. Yeah, that felt way better. Yeah. So a couple of videos I saw, they were saying how it picks up in the mid lane and doesn't have a problem with reading. I definitely see that too. Definitely can see where people were saying it's a game one ball. I can see that as well, especially for your higher rev. Not super fast, but higher rev players, you probably can start in this kind of like a benchmark type of pearl type of look. That way you can figure out exactly if you need to go something a little slower, a little quicker. I think this is a good like starting point, especially for it to be a sim pearl. That diff would have been 050. It gives you a little bit more room to play with if you really know what you're doing. And the cover right now, I think they're kind of well paired. I don't think one overpowers the other, so it's pretty good so far. I can make an early assumption or guess And I think that when you start going further left, this ball probably will be appeasing to the eye just as well as it is straight, which is normally not the case. Sometimes you get pearl sims anyway, they look better in one or the other. They normally don't look good in both. So that's a good sign so far. I think it'll be good if you're a little straighter. I think if you kind of swing a little bit and you are super far left, I think you'll like at least what the look is, truthfully. That's a good sign. I'm gonna move a little bit with my left, with my feet. Move a little bit left. Kind of get it to get out a little bit. See what happens. Yeah. So definitely don't have to worry about it climbing the hill. Definitely it's not burning up, which is something I really was worried about, which is why I was scared to put the 4.5 inch in. It's not burning up, but it's seeing it and it is continuing up the hill. And like I said, this is fresh, a little bit of transition, not a lot. So it's not like nothing's kicking the ball over. That's just the ball naturally. So definitely good sign. So I'm actually now just migrate over. I kind of been trying to play in the little track area just to see, but I think we get the gist. So I'm gonna just move. I have to say, shelf appeal wise, I mean, it's a red ball, kind of give me like IQ Ruby vibes, the red one, of course. But I mean, it's pretty, it's a pretty red ball. I wish they would have did like a black ball with like red sparkles in it or something like that. That probably would have been cool. But anyway, all right, let's jump. So we were kind of flirting with the track area, but I'm gonna jump now. I'm gonna just do like a really big jump. I'm like right in the middle of the oil. So I'm gonna try to definitely send it out. And let's see exactly how well it recovers. How it comes the corner, I mean around the hill, everything. Got it out. I don't have anything to say about that. It wasn't the greatest off my hand. My feet look a little choppy. I sent it further out than I wanted to, and golly. Good things, good things. It didn't shy away from that oil. It didn't labor, it didn't bog or anything. It didn't do anything weird, it didn't straighten out. It just simply went out, saw it, read a little in the middle, just a little bit, well, good enough for me, and it finished. So game one for sure, transition as well. And you probably could throw this all three, you know, just depending on how strong you throw it. I mean, how strong you drill it. That feels good. Oh, wait. So originally I wanted to do this review and I wanted to compare it to the GB5 because that's kind of like my favorite sim pro at the moment. I think the GB5 is a smidge cleaner than this. I did drill it with a 5-inch pin, but I just think naturally that cover on the GB5 was just super clean. So I even had to end up hitting it with a little bit of surface just to crack the polish a little bit on it. But this is like similar to that. I think the GB5 was extremely quick off the spot, but at times it could be a little shy of oil at times if you didn't have enough friction. I think this is definitely a step above that. So I can't wait to do another video with this, the GB5 and the Ricochet, because that cover on the Ricochet was extremely strong and the core was insane as well. So that'll be something fun to definitely look at. Let's move further left. Send it out there. Okay. I didn't finish through the ball, and that's like, I'm not gonna say it's impressive because I figured it was gonna do that off the last couple shots, but I didn't get out of it clean, but it still tried to finish for me. If I just would have probably finished a little bit better, it would have knocked that 10 out. So it's not super angular. I will say that it's not. I think the more friction you have, the more angular it can look. I think naturally this is just one of those type of bowling balls where if a solid or something dull is just not quick enough, you can go to this and you don't have to worry about the oil or like, you know, too much dry, too much friction. I think it's a good blendy piece. It's not the best blendy piece, but I think it does the job well enough to get you to understand what you're bowling on. And I think that's what you can ask for as a bowler. A couple shots just to figure out what the ball was good at. We understand now it's a little quick. It's not super fast, it's a little quick. Especially when it sees the friction, it does not shy away. Very good with hand position, very hand responsive. I'm pretty sure surface changes could definitely show a different ball motion as well, but I'm actually enjoying it with the polish, which is something I'm surprised about because sometimes Storm with the new power edge and stuff like that, the polish can be a little too much. So I'm glad this one matches up well with me. So let's go ahead and get to a full game. Let's see what we can shoot. Put some music, let's rock out. Oh, I pulled that. Oh. Yeah, really, really good. I like it. Ah. You know what I say, if it pick up 10 pins, it's a winner, go get it. Now I will say, in terms of who should get this ball, and like, you know, if it matches up with you per se, because everybody can get anything. Slower speeds, you can throw this ball for sure. The polish, the cover is clean enough to help you get down. And as long as your drill's not super aggressive, it'll definitely match up with you perfectly fine. Help you where you don't have it. If you don't have a lot of hand, same situation. I think the core and the cover work together well enough to pick up in the right places to at least get you in the right area. Two-handers, you'll like this ball. Definitely don't have to go too strong with the drill. Drill a little bit more on the medium side. That way you can really get the maximum performance and it don't burn up. And if you're a little fast, you still can throw it as well. Hit it with a little bit of surface just to bring it a little closer. I think this is a good league tournament ball. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a good tour ball as well, especially like later in the blocks. Because when it sees friction, it goes. Good ball. Okay, let's start. I'm gonna pay more attention to my feet. Start a little bit straighter with what I'm looking at. And then that way, it's not too dramatic. Way better shot. Way better shot. All right, let's see if we can throw it a little bit better. I wanna split the 8-9. Move, straighten up just a little bit. That should do it. I didn't split the 8-9, but that was loud, no cap. Good shot though, straightened up a little bit. Took a little bit of hand out of it, was a little bit more relaxed at the bottom. Floated down, round off the end. I mean, can't really be mad at it. We're gonna stay right there. Try to see if we can get it to go through the pins a little bit better. So I'm gonna get a little bit more aggressive hand position. I think I'm not getting it to the drive enough to really get it to drive. I mean, it's still hitting the pins, a little bit of deflection, but I mean, I ain't really tripping on that. But just to, you know, be careful looking at certain stuff like that later in the block if you're bowling tournaments. Seeing how it's going through the pins can tell you your next move, yada, yada, yada. We can punch out. We got 2:42. Got 2:42 on the clock. Let's see, we stay right here. If we strike right now, then the last one we'll jump over. See what we can do. All right, let's see if we can get that split on 8-9. Got it to the right a little bit too much. It tried to climb the hill, but the entry angle was just bad, very bad. So that's gonna put us around 230. Yeah, like 231 or something like that. Oh, missed it. Oh my Lord. So 230. 230. All right, so my recap on the new Rockstar amp. I watched a lot of videos, did a lot of research just to kind of see what it may look like for me in a house that is a little heavier on the oil, not a lot of friction. And I have to say, with those type of conditions, with the ball, the way it's laid out, it definitely matches up with me. I'm a type of bowler that likes to see everything pick up a little sooner, just so that way I know it's not going to miss a spot. Definitely gets a check for me on that. It didn't sacrifice any down lane motion. It never wiggled. It never got slow per se. So that was very appeasing to know that it had shine on it and it's a pearl, but it reacted as if it was more like it didn't, you know what I mean, without sacrificing performance. So that's a check for me as well. I think, honestly, it could be used at any time. Like I said, this was used pretty much on fresh with a little bit of me practicing a little bit. So oil for sure, transition for sure as well. And I think it'll even be very, very crazy when you have a lot of friction to the right or to the left and you can just throw it and let it sing. I think that's when you'll see a lot of continuation out of it. I think that's when it'll just be a fun ball to throw at that point, to be honest. Overall, though, if you're in the market looking for a Sim Pearl, that's forgiving. It's fun to throw. It's very easy to read. It's very repeatable as far as what you know it's going to do. If you get it out, it has enough core power and enough, core and cover strength, truthfully, to climb up, give you some help. If you get it in, it'll at least try to finish for you, dig in. If you're in the market for something that's kind of for the bowlers, I'd get this. Signing out, that Mr. Haywood.